If spending money like water was the answer to our country's problems, we would have no problems now.
You're listening to The Modern Comments Show with your host, Amy Curtis, here on Vigilant Liberty Radio.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Vigilant Liberty Radio and another edition of the Modern Comments Radio Show. I am Amy Curtis, your host, and if you would like to get involved with the program, you can do so a couple of ways. You can go to vigilantlibertyradio.us/chat, and you'll see in the window we have a new chat room. So you can type in a name and click log in, and you'll join the chat room that way. Or you can send me a tweet on Twitter at Modern Comments, and I will try to work your comments into the show as we are talking. So please, if you're listening and aren't in the chat room, join us because it's a lot of fun, and we'd like to hear what you have on your mind and what you'd like to say and join to or add to the program. I'd like to welcome this evening my guests who have not been on the show together for a while, so I'm very excited to have both of them back. It'll be a lot of fun. First, of course, is someone who's been on the show before. It's Heather Boulware, who you can find on Twitter at @HBoulware. Good evening, Heather. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am very good. I am good. It's nice to hear your voice again. So.
Yeah, you too.
Good. Did you have a nice Thanksgiving?
I did. It was very
Excellent.
lovely.
Excellent. Yeah. Good. I'm glad to hear that. And my other guest this evening is Sean Venkman, who you can find on Twitter at Mr. Fopow. How are you, Sean?
Good, Amy. How are you doing?
I am good. Did you have a nice Thanksgiving?
I did, and now I'm happy that we got the gang back together.
We got the gang back together, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I think we are going to start, as we normally do, when we...
I'm here, too. Taylor's here, too, by the way.
Yeah.
The guy pushing the button.
My wonderful producer, who I had a moment of a brain fart and forgot to introduce him. Yes, Taylor, our producer, who you can find on Twitter at iDesertBlog. That's EYE Desert Blog. How are you, Taylor?
I'm just fine. How are you doing?
I am good. And for those of you wondering, Dave is taking the night off. You can find him at Charnita53219, but he is taking the evening off tonight, so he says hello to everybody, and he will hopefully be back with us, I'm hoping, next week. So
I take it the Raptors are no longer storming the place like in Jurassic Park and Jurassic World.
It's one Raptor. The youngest son has a scream that could peel paint off walls, and so I affectionately, and sometimes not so affectionately, call him the Raptor. And right before we went live, he was screeching up a storm down there, so Daddy has things under control, and the Raptor is now quiet. So we can continue with the...
I said, that's nice. That, Daddy got him to stop screaming.
Yes, Daddy got him to stop screaming. He likes to roam, and we have this giant play yard that's like the ultimate Fight Club cage in the living room where we kind of keep him contained so he doesn't get into everything or knock the Christmas tree over. And he doesn't even like that. He likes to be in things, climbing on things, chasing the dog. He does not like to be confined.
Okay,
so,
I'm going to ask, since we have the brand new chat room and everything, and I've never used the brand new chat room.
Okay.
How do I log in?
I typed in my name and a password and clicked log in, and it let me in.
Okay, you came up with your own... Oh, okay, so you put in the name and then you put in a password.
Yes. And it let me in, so it seems to be working, so I'm going to run with that. And if you're not in the chat room and you have a question, that worked for me, so it should hopefully work for you.
Is it too late for me to steal the chat username Taylor Millard?
He's not in the chat room yet, so...
You check in as Taylor. I'll check in as Sean Vinkman. Maybe we can get somebody to check in as me.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, Heather, did you put in your VLR password?
No, I did not.
I mean, out of curiosity, Amy, did you put in your VLR password?
No, I did not.
Oh, were we supposed to?
No, I can't figure out how to log in.
If only there was this person that was supposed to work behind the scenes and have things figured out. That was called a producer.
Yeah. Don't we have one of those?
I figured it out now.
There we go.
Woo!
Welcome to the chat room, Taylor. Excellent.
Okay, now I figure out why he was asking. Never mind. I figured out why I was asked for a Ustream account. That makes sense now.
What? Okay. Never mind.
I figured out how to do it. And of course now Chris logs in the chat room like somebody is talking disparagingly. No, nobody's talking disparagingly about you. I couldn't figure out how to do it. I figured it out now.
We're all good. Everything is good. Everything is just peachy.
Fine now. How are you?
We are good. We are good. And we are going to start with one of my favorite segments, and that is Defend Your Tweet. So I think everybody should have one ready. I'm going to start, because I have one from Heather that you sent out on the 9th at 6:49 p.m. And it says, This actually looks better than what most kids get offered at school. Hashtag thanks Michelle Obama. And then you link, you know which one it is, so I don't even have to tell you.
Yes. No, I know which one it is. Yeah. The guy he was in Berkeley and he got arrested in the protests and he tweeted his meal from jail, which was basically, I guess, like a bologna sandwich, some Gardettos, and an orange, and then some Kool-Aid mix. And I'm like, I don't really understand what you're whining about, but you
forgot the packets of mustard.
Oh yes, because
is
they
that
were
what that was?
Mustard. Yes, it was. He got 2 packets of mustard, a bologna sandwich on wheat bread, an orange, a packet of Kool-Aid mix that he could put in his water cup, and then a snack pack thing of Gardettos, the name brand Gardettos. And he's like upset because this is what they gave them to eat in jail. And I'm like, okay, first of all, this is better than what most school kids get for lunch. And second of all, you're in jail. I'm not sure.
Well, the thing that made me go, they're letting him have his phone and he's in jail?
Yeah, he got to take a picture because my guess is they were like in a holding area and they hadn't been processed in. Mm-hmm. So they hadn't like taken their cell phones and all their personal property or anything. But because they were in a holding cell, they went ahead and, gave them like a bag lunch or whatever. And but later on in his Twitter stream or whoever this was, he actually complains about it was the worst orange he'd ever had in his life.
Oh.
And I'm like, well,
Can we start sympathy. A Kickstarter for him or something?
Exactly. It was like, okay, first of all, you're in jail. You blocked traffic. You laid down in front of an Amtrak train, and you want me to give you sympathy because you got a sack lunch in jail.
Yeah, if you lay down in front of an Amtrak train, you should be lucky that you still have your limbs. Because I think, Taylor,
exactly.
You and I and Alan, host of Their Finest Hour on Mondays and co-host of the Roundtable on Tuesday nights, he mentioned that back in the 80s, some protesters did that with a train carrying nuclear weapons, and he believes that limbs were lost. Because a train carrying nuclear weapons is not going to stop for protesters laying on the tracks.
Well,
they don't stop for anything.
No,
but the Amtrak train did stop.
Yeah,
they have pictures of the train stop. Yeah, but but why would an Amtrak train be carrying nuclear weapons?
Yeah, but this was just an example of pointing out that you lay on the tracks. Bad things could happen to you, whether it's an Amtrak train or a train carrying nuclear weapons. It's dumb as hell to lay on train tracks in protest of something.
Not to mention it's dumb as hell to complain about Gardettos. I'm pretty sure I lived on Gardettos when I was in high school.
Yes, yeah. A completely random fact. One year, my freshman year of college, I lived on the campus, and I had a food program, and I still had a ton of money left over at the end of the semester, and they said I either had to spend it, which I had paid for already in advance, or I was going to lose it. So I went to the cafeteria, and we could order in bulk anything we wanted from the cafeteria. So I literally bought my brother a carton of Gardettos for Christmas one year.
That's not a bad Christmas gift. That's better than some gifts I've gotten.
Well, the funny part was he was expecting, I don't remember what video game console it was. So he unwrapped the box, and it was a box of Gardettos. And he goes, "Oh, a box of Gardettos, wink, wink." Well, he opened it up expecting this video game console, and like 20 bags of Gardettos fell on the floor. And so he was kind of like, really? He did get the video game console, but it was in a different package.
Oh, okay.
That would be a little disappointing.
He was a little disappointed. He did get what he wanted in another package from my parents, and the Gardettos between him and his friends playing video games did not go to waste. So,
well, I actually showed the picture to my daughter, who's 19 and a sophomore in college, and she said, "What is he whining about? I'd be happy. I mean, you always gave me the knockoff brand of like Cheetos or whatever for my lunch."
That's what everybody said when they opened that picture.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's like, I don't, he's whining about being in jail. Okay, but this is actually a true story. I did find out that apparently in the Frisco jail, Frisco is a suburb of Dallas, because they don't have like a kitchen or anything, they actually give you McDonald's.
McDonald's?
Yes. If you're in the Frisco jail, because it's a city jail, and if you're there for more than 24 hours, they transfer you to Collin County Jail. But if you're in the Frisco City Jail, because they don't have the facilities, they go to McDonald's 3 times a day, and the people being held in the Frisco City Jail get McDonald's.
Wow.
Yeah, so I guess maybe the dude in Berkeley, was really disappointed. I don't know. But I mean, you're in jail. I'm not really sure what you have to complain about.
Yeah, you're getting food, and you know what? You don't like their food, don't get arrested. I think that's the simple solution there. So, Sean.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your tweet from December 4th.
Oh, boy.
It says, using the Art Acevedo method, I'll assume every progressive Democrat I see is a violent, bomb-making, looting rapist until I vet them. And vet is in air quotes. So please, explain this to us.
Okay, well, this is in response to Art Acevedo. One crazy person, which in Austin, is everybody's crazy, but one crazy person in Austin shot up the Mexican consulate, the police headquarters, and then maybe Taylor knows there was one other building he shot up to.
The federal courthouse.
The federal courthouse, right. So this dude just basically shoots up a whole bunch of buildings, doesn't hit a damn thing. Basically, it's just, he's just committing property crime because he's not even hitting anybody or aiming for anybody. He's just shooting a building up. And one cop sees him, pulls his handgun, puts a dude down right away. I don't even think the cop got shot at. And then Art Acevedo comes out the next day, and this genius that I think he's from California, I think he's former LAPD or something like that, this friggin' genius that the city of Austin brought in to head up their super serial police department, comes out and says that, gun owners they need to be vetted, and if anyone knows a person with a bunch of guns that is acting a little weird or a little quirky or something like that, then turn them into us and we will vet them, and gun owners need to be vetted and all that. So, okay, I don't agree with that, but if that's the new standard of how we're treating each other, then every progressive Democrat I run into is going to be a Brandon Darby bomb making friend style OWS tent raping psycho Ferguson looting progressive Democrat until I quote vet them. Fair's fair, and I actually feel safer using that method. So maybe my hat's off to Art Acevedo. I don't know.
Okay, yeah. The stupid, it burns. It really does. I don't get what the logic behind that is.
The funny thing is that I used to live in Austin, and it seems like no matter what you do, whether you buy a car, whether you